Sioux City North's Caleb Cross has had quite the career in net for the Stars. SportsFource's Irvin Dolman learns a little more about the goalie in this week's SportsFource champion.
Since his freshman year of high school, Caleb Cross has been the last line of defense for the Sioux City North boys soccer team. Coming into his senior year, Cross was on pace to break the school record for career saves.
I knew the record was obtainable, and it's been my goal to get to that record.
It would take all of 2 games this season for Cross to secure the school record, as he got save number 274 in the Stars game earlier this month against the Sioux City East Black Raiders.
4 years of varsity soccer, it's been amazing teams that have helped me get to this point. It hasn't just been this year, and all the teammates have really contributed to that overall record of myself.
With 4 years of varsity experience, it's no shock that Cross has earned the label of captain for the Stars. Holding that title and being an anchor for his team is something that Cross takes tremendous pride in.
It's my role. I'm a captain. I've been a captain on the team for a couple years now, and it's something I've grown into, and I enjoy, and I'm here for the whole team overall, and I like that the guys can rely on me. It means a lot.
Ricky Espeja, the Stars soccer coach, talked about the importance of having a leader and a player like Cross, saying he's a player that every coach wishes they can have.
He's a very good leader, off and on the field. He does all his work. He's very, very, very athletic, so that helps a lot, and, very soccer smart. It gives the team a little, defensively wise, just security, knowing that if there's a shot going into your goal, that you have someone that can try to save it.
There is still plenty of season left for the Stars on the pitch, but Cross knows in the back of his mind that he wants to play at the next level and help his future team shut down their opponents.
I've got quite a few colleges looking at me. I'm undecided as of now, but I know exactly what I'm going to do for academics, and then I'm still trying to decide athletically where I'm going to play.
But in the meantime, Cross will keep blocking shots for the Stars. In Sioux City, Irvin Dolman, KTIV SportsFource.